Greetings and welcome to Dinar Daily. Today, all eyes are on the Forex market as a story that has spanned decades may be reaching its turning point. For years, the value of the Iraqi dinar has remained remarkably stable, frustrating and testing the patience of countless individuals who have held on to the currency. This morning, however, the familiar numbers on currency apps and trading platforms are being watched with unprecedented anticipation. The air is thick with a sense of change, as whispers and speculation suggest a new rate for the dinar could be going live. This isn't just another rumor. There's a tangible feeling that something significant is unfolding, drawing in not only seasoned traders but also ordinary people who have patiently awaited this day. For a long time, the Iraqi dinar's value has been anchored in a specific range, a situation that has become a source of both frustration and hope for its holders. The currency has been pegged, its movement controlled, leading to a period of stability that has defined its modern history. Yet this stability has also prevented it from reflecting the underlying economic potential of Iraq, a nation rich in natural resources. Today, the possibility of a new rate being introduced represents a potential shift from this long-standing paradigm. The excitement stems from the idea that the dinar's value might finally be allowed to find its true level, reflecting a more dynamic and open economic future. The journey of the Iraqi dinar has been a long and winding one, filled with highs, lows, and extensive periods of stagnation. Many of today's holders first became interested in the currency a decade or more ago, drawn by the promise of Iraq's vast oil reserves and the potential for a post-conflict economic revitalization. They were told that as the nation rebuilt and its economy matured, the dinar would eventually regain its strength. While many lost faith and moved on, a dedicated community of holders remained committed, keeping their currency in secure places, believing in the long-term vision. This unwavering commitment is what makes today so emotionally charged. Forex is the primary stage where this story is being watched. It's the global marketplace where major financial institutions, central banks, and governments determine the true worth of a currency. If a change is indeed happening, Forex is where it will become visible to the world. The constant refreshing of screens and the buzzing activity on forums and chat rooms are a testament to this fact. The speculation has created a vibrant online community where every rumor and theory is debated in real time. This collective focus highlights the intense interest and high stakes involved in the potential revaluation of the dinar. A new rate for the Iraqi dinar carries different implications for different people. For many long-term holders, the dream has been a substantial, life-changing increase in value, envisioning a rate that would instantly transform their financial situation. For others, a more modest adjustment would still be a significant victory, proving that the currency is on a path of gradual recovery. A small but positive change could serve as a powerful signal that years of patience and belief in Iraq's future were not in vain. The uncertainty surrounding the scale of the potential change is what makes this moment so compelling. The prospect of a float, or a test of market reactions by Iraq's central bank, is another possibility being considered. Instead of a single dramatic change, the dinar might be released to fluctuate freely, allowing market forces to determine its value over time. This would be a cautious but strategic move, enabling the central bank to gauge how the global financial community responds. Regardless of the method, any movement would represent a significant deviation from the currency's recent history, and every tick on the Forex chart is being scrutinized as a potential harbinger of what's to come. September 9th isn't just a random date in this unfolding narrative. Dates like this often circulate when there's a belief that behind-the-scenes activity is reaching a critical point. This could involve high-level meetings with international financial partners, signals from global institutions, or quiet preparations by central banks. Monetary policy shifts of this magnitude are rarely spontaneous. They are typically the result of careful, strategic planning to ensure that the financial infrastructure is ready to handle the change. For dinar holders, this detail adds to the weight and plausibility of today's speculation. The current buzz is not simply a product of wishful thinking. It's built on a foundation of observable events and trends. Many observers note a heightened level of activity within Iraqi banks, with reports of system updates and staff training for new procedures. These are the subtle, quiet indicators that often precede a major policy announcement. While these could be routine upgrades, the timing and context suggest they might be part of a larger plan. For the community that has been following the dinar for years, these details are seen as crucial breadcrumbs, reinforcing the hope that a significant change is imminent. The emotional dimension of this story is just as significant as the financial. 1. For those who have been holding the Iraqi dinar for a long time, this morning could be a moment of immense emotional release. The feelings range from disbelief and shock to profound joy and a sense of validation. The years of waiting, the skepticism they may have faced from others, and the quiet faith they maintained could all be justified by a single number on a screen. The anticipation also brings with it an element of fear, of making the wrong decision, of acting too quickly, or of missing an opportunity. Let's discuss the numbers that everyone is fixated on. Even a small change in the dinar's rate could have a tangible impact on people's lives. A nominal increase could help pay off debts, cover essential expenses, or provide a much-needed sense of financial relief. For example, a $25,000 note suddenly being worth $2,500 would not make someone rich, but would represent a significant gain. A more substantial increase, however, could be truly transformative, potentially funding retirements, clearing mortgages, and rewriting futures in an instant. This potential for life-changing wealth is what keeps the community so engaged. Timing is a critical part of this narrative. The significance of September 9, 2025, is a topic of widespread debate. Some believe the date is symbolic, tied to specific contracts, oil agreements, or financial arrangements that have been in the works for a long time. Others suggest it aligns with broader global economic shifts, a calculated move to maximize impact and ensure a smooth transition. The consensus among serious watchers is that governments and central banks do not make such decisions randomly. Every move is calculated and every date is chosen with precision. This adds to the suspense and makes today's events feel particularly intentional. The speculation surrounding the Iraqi dinar's potential rise isn't limited to Iraq itself. There is a strong belief among some traders and investors that a change here could trigger a ripple effect across other undervalued currencies, such as the Vietnamese dong. This domino effect could signal a broader rebalancing within the global financial landscape. As a result, observers from around the world are watching Forex platforms closely, analyzing every movement and discussing the potential for wider implications. The interconnected nature of global finance means that even a shift in one currency can send signals to other markets, making this a story of international interest. Of course, not everyone is optimistic. The community of dinar watchers has a long history of false alarms and disappointment. There have been countless rumors and speculative dates that have come and gone without any significant change. This history has instilled a necessary sense of caution among many investors. However, there is a feeling that this time is different. The confluence of ongoing economic reforms, behind-the-scenes whispers of system testing, and heightened activity in financial institutions has created a stronger sense of anticipation than in years past. The tension between historical skepticism and current optimism is what makes today so riveting. Reports of quiet preparations within banks and financial institutions continue to fuel the narrative. Insider whispers about trial runs, system updates, and staff training for new operational standards are being shared across online communities. While unconfirmed, these anecdotal observations contribute to the sense that a major change is being planned. Observers are also noting the appearance of upgraded currency machines in branches across Iraq, which they interpret as physical evidence of preparation for a new rate. These subtle signs are seen as breadcrumbs leading to a potential breakthrough, validating the long-term patience of holders. Social media platforms and online forums are currently abuzz with activity. Conversations that were once niche are now central to the discussion, with traders and investors from all corners of the world weighing in. Screenshots of currency charts, speculative calculations, and every minor update are being shared constantly. The sheer volume of attention has created an electric atmosphere where every whisper is amplified. When a currency has a long history of stagnation, even the slightest hint of change is magnified, and today the chatter has reached a fever pitch. The lack of official confirmation from central banks and financial authorities adds another layer of drama to the story. Their silence is frustrating for some but captivating for many. It encourages speculation and debate with the absence of a public statement, making every rumor seem potentially significant. It's a high-stakes waiting game where the entire financial world seems to be holding its breath. This tension is a central theme of today's events, as people are glued to their screens, waiting for that one signal that could change everything for long-term holders. The potential implications of even a small movement are enormous. A slight uptick in value could provide concrete proof that Iraq is on a positive economic trajectory. It would validate years of patience and belief, offering a sense of achievement and a reward for their commitment. For new investors, this moment could be seen as the perfect entry point if the currency is indeed beginning a significant climb. This combination of hope, caution, and potential profit makes the situation feel incredibly real and immediate. Across Iraq, people are also paying close attention. Local bank activities, observations of upgraded equipment, and everyday clues are being shared with the wider online community. This grassroots attention adds another dimension to the speculation, grounding the global narrative in local observations. For those who have been waiting for a long time, every small sign is interpreted as a potential signal that the long-awaited change is finally near. While many of these observations might be routine, the timing makes them feel uniquely significant. Global currency investors are watching today's events with great interest. Forums, trading groups, and social media platforms are filled with discussions and debates about the various scenarios, from small, incremental shifts to significant, life-altering increases. The worldwide attention lends legitimacy and urgency to the story, even for those who do not hold dinars. They are watching because currency movements can have ripple effects, and a change in the Iraqi dinar could signal broader trends in the Forex market. This interconnected nature of modern finance means that today's events are being watched as a bellwether for wider changes. Despite the excitement, a sense of caution remains a strong undercurrent. Experienced investors are quick to remind newcomers that nothing is guaranteed and that today may pass without any significant change. This realism is a necessary counterbalance to the optimism born from the long history of unfulfilled rumors. Yet the combination of heightened market chatter, reports of bank preparations, and the strategic timing of September 9th gives today a unique edge. It's a blend of hope and skepticism, with people balancing optimism with realism as they continuously refresh their screens for updates. The tension itself is a significant part of the story, fueling engagement and keeping the community captivated. As September 9th unfolds, attention remains locked on Forex platforms, with every whisper of overnight testing and system upgrades contributing to the growing anticipation. Observers believe these developments are consistent with the preparations for a major rate change. Even if the numbers are small, the message they convey could be monumental, that the long wait may be coming to an end. Dinar holders, investors, and curious observers are glued to their screens, eagerly watching for the first concrete evidence of movement. Today feels like more than just another trading day. It's the culmination of decades of waiting, hope, and dreams, all focused on one single number that could finally shift the story of the Iraqi dinar.